I'm sure they thought they were trying to have just a little bit of fun. But sometimes a little bit of fun is terrifying. It was probably the worst 2 weeks of my life.
So canonically, Bunny Day is the 12th of April, although the preceding days of said month leading up to it are commonly included in the celebration. The event itself is very elemental, with each base component of nature being represented. You have your water, wood, earth, air, stone, and leaf. They coalesce on one archipelago, this one group of islands, in the form symbolic of life itself. Candied eggs.
So are you a fan?
Oh, I'm not a fan. I'm a fanatic. His is an intriguing persona. Where does he come from? How does he hide all the eggs? Their placement, their replenishment, all as big a mystery as Zipper himself.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely some dude in a suit. I mean, my first instinct when I saw him was to trap him, honestly. I just felt this sense of danger. This immediate danger being around him. I just had to act, so dug some holes around him.
In retrospect, a simple chat about just leaving the place probably would have been fine, but sometimes cooler heads just don't prevail. How did I feel when I first saw him? You know how humans have that fight or flight response to danger? I had a fight and flight response. Can you run away while throwing hands? I'm here to tell you yes.
He's kind of terrifying. Like, there are some goofy looking animals on this island, don't get me wrong, but I feel like he's missing something. There's no charm. There's no soul. I feel like he was trying to take my soul. His eyes told a story of evil.
When I saw him, I don't think I knew exactly what I was looking at first. Like, it felt kind of fuzzy, like I wasn't supposed to be looking at it. But when I finally took it all in, I was horrified. Oh, I don't know why I talked to him. My instinct was to just run as far away as I could. The island, it was forfeit to me at that point.
He seemed wired, like really jacked up. Like maybe he decided to go candy flipping and found an Easter costume and decided to put that on, and I don't know. The whole thing was really weird. It was like a really bad high with a horrible side effect.
So this started on April 1st, and I thought it was a big April Fool's joke. And then they said it was going to last until April 12th. I had to live 11 days with this. It was not the best time I've had on this island. I looked forward to this game to get money, and these eggs were messing with my money.
I think the worst part for me was his promise. When I met him, he told me he was going to leave, and I was thankful for that, but then he said he was going to come back. He marked the date. Like, it wasn't so much a promise as it was a threat. And life in between his arrivals, the anticipation was nerve-wracking.
If I'm being honest, rabbits trip me the hell out, man. Like, the way they hop around and wiggle around their noses. Like it doesn't work for me. So if you give me a bunny that doubles as a mutant, I'm gonna have issues, man.
I mean, it just happened so quick, honestly. You know, there I was, just talking to my islanders, you know, as you do. Went out to do my chores, you know, pick my fruit, get my fossils. That's why I found it. Just an egg. Just in the ground for no fucking reason.
All I want is to catch a turtle. At 9 p.m. sharp, I go out to the rivers and I start fishing. Coincidentally, that's when the water eggs show up. Why the hell does a water egg look like a turtle's shadow? What is going on? Is an egg a turtle? I don't think so.
I mean, these eggs could be detrimental to the ecosystem of the island. I don't know what's in these eggs. You can make clothes, shoes, hats from these eggs. That's definitely not natural.
The eggs, by all accounts, they are candied and edible, yet never spoil. I leave a turnip in my office and it spoils within a week. But these eggs, the eggs never spoil. We craft them into furniture, into clothing. They completely transmute. What are you doing, Zipper? How do you do it?
You never really think about the importance of those repeat offenders when you go fishing. Sea bass, more like a C plus, yeah, that haunts my nightmares, hearing that phrase over and over again, but I'd rather have that than a water egg. A water egg, how did they even get there? It doesn't make any sense to me. You're telling me that eggs in the water are shaped like fish, and they bite your bait like fish? Something fishy about that boy. Tell you that much.
What gets me is that these things were everywhere. Everywhere. For 2 weeks. Every day. They were in the water. They were in the ground. They were in the sky. They were in the trees. And they were in the rocks. How do you put an egg in a rock? I don't know. And then, the day after Bunny Day, just gone. All of them, gone. We need to get Blathers on that shit, because that is one hell of an archaeological conundrum if I've ever heard one.
I mean, I assume he's a mammal, right? I mean, he looks like one, but then I don't know what's under that mask. So if he's a mammal, I don't think he's a platypus. How's he getting all these eggs, huh? Is he laying them? No, I'll tell you that much. Where are they coming from? Why is he burying them? Why is he tying them to balloons?
I'll admit, I do have some questions about this island. Why are some of my neighbors so obsessed with fitness? Why are there hamster wheels and dog beds for sale at Nook's Cranny when my neighbors just sleep in regular beds? Why am I the only person on this island? Is this a fever dream? But truly, none of these questions have really bothered me that much. You know what bothers me? Eggs that come out of rocks.
It was a nightmare. Try farming trees and eggs just pop out. Try hitting stones. Eggs pop out. You're fishing for a fish. You're looking for a specific fish, and an egg comes. He took everything. Except the bugs. You're gonna tell me there's no bug eggs after all of this? Look, I'm not saying that Zipper's a bunch of bugs in a rabbit suit. But I'm not saying that either.
It's just... I see it. I see it in my sleep. Every night. I save and exit. Call it a day. Just see his face. Just hopping and rhyming at it. I'm sorry. Can you turn that off? Turn that off.
So I figured I'd just take a vacation to another island. So I got my ticket, and it ended up being for Big Fish Island. And if you don't know, the percentage of that happening is really low. So I was really lucky to get to that island. And once I got there, I started getting eggs, and I can't take those back to CJ. This was completely messing up the income of my island.
I fully believe that Zipper dug up my fossils and replaced them with eggs. And there's gonna be a reckoning. He needs to pay for that.
You know, I'm in the middle of this big island redesign project, and I'm really focused on terraforming everything until it's perfect. But then Zipper comes in and ruins everything. Now I can't even dig into the side of a cliff without worrying about a stupid egg coming out of the ground.
If you enhance historical documents, you can clearly see zipper-shaped entities. He has clearly been here a while, and he clearly has some design. What does he want? Total economic collapse? An ovular market only he controls? The effects on the fish market alone are staggering. Carp to zebrafish? Gone. Egg. Rocks? Egg. Trees? Egg. Balloons? You get it.
I have a very dedicated, foolproof system for my island and for my island's economy, which is basically dig up fossils and fish in the rivers and just get all kinds of stuff that I can use to swindle Timmy and Tommy because they have no business acumen whatsoever. And it ruined me.
Look, for me, it's not that big a deal. I mean, without incriminating myself, I'm basically the Jordan Belfort of turnips. So I'm the 1% of the 1% on this little island here. Now, for everyone else, I'm sure it was tough. You know, that's how we make our money. We chop wood, we fish. When those are replaced by eggs, that's kind of an issue. And it's not like the people on my island aren't very bright. Like, they have a really hard time doing that stuff. I'm already having to fund the entire damn thing, from bridges to their own houses. So, I'm sure it did have an issue, but I'm balling up here. So,
I'm here doing my best, and I'm working at 50% capacity because this monstrosity thinks that he can remove my island's natural resources just willy-nilly.
In all fairness, I should have seen this coming. Every year around this time, Zipper pops up. First it was my town, then it was my city, so of course he follows me to my island getaway. Yeah, I absolutely should have seen this coming.
I discovered that island via some very predatory vacation package deals, and he took from me. He stole from me. He's a monster, and he's a thief in disguise as some cutesy rabbit demon. That's what he is. He's a demon. He's a demon.
Can you try an Easter bunny for war crimes? Asking for a friend. That friend is me. You know, sometimes you just want to relax on an island. We're living in uncertain times, and an escape is all I want. But Zipper took that away from me, and I don't think I'll be able to forgive him for that.
You know, I'd like to think that things can just go back to normal after all of this, but I don't think it can. Something bad happened. My island has been defiled. It feels unholy, and the worst part is that This is just gonna keep happening.
Yeah, I'd like to see him try and come back next year. That spike trap's waiting for you this time. Try me.
No, I don't necessarily want him to come back. But if he does, I hope he brings some of that shit he was on, because that shit looked tight. I want to party.
This egg-based cryptid, this hopping eldritch dark star of panic. He may not be for us to understand. He is unknowable. He is an enigma. He politely asks us to approach him from the front, so not a soul alive knows what his back looks like. Is it a void? No, it's a mirror to ourselves, so we might know. I have some important academic duties to attend to. If you, well, excuse me.
Do you think somebody put Zipper up to this?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was. It's probably that Carroll Baskins.
Sir, that's the wrong documentary.
I don't give a damn.
My friends have been trying to get me into this. I have no idea what's going on, but it sounds like a nightmare.